12:28 on the clock. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Sunny Side. My name is Constance Irele Mega. It's the 4th day in the month of March. Well, if today happens to be your birthday, happy birthday to you. Okay, where's the cake? Where is it happening? Like, where we popping the champagne? Somebody called it champagne. Oh, because of the spelling of champagne. Oh my goodness me. Reminds me now of some of those letters that exist in some words. And you just ask yourself, okay, what is this one doing there? Like when you spell knife and then in writing it, you have to put K first before every other thing. Like, okay, so how about we call it knife? It makes more sense. You know, for pneumonia, you can say pneumonia. Oh, please. Welcome aboard. Let's talk about beauty in the eyes of the beholder. Yeah, that's a saying, right? Reminds me also of a song. It was Timaya. It was Timaya that did the song. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Okay, maybe that's not the way he sang it, but I'm trying. Fine, let's just leave it. All right. So today is World Obesity Day. And conversations around body shape, beauty standards, and why some people choose to change their looks come up on a day like this, right? Now, a lot of people would applaud weight loss when it's done through diet and exercise. But then when weight loss is achieved through surgery, it becomes a problem. It becomes an issue. And so I ask, should we judge people for how they look or how they choose to look? Now, while one person somewhere is feeling like, oh, I'm overweight, I need to lose some weight, someone somewhere is wishing that they can add some flesh, is wishing that they were plumpy. They feel like the world has moved on from when they became slim or from when they were kids. And they just wonder, why can't I just have some skin? Why can't I just be the plumpy one? Why can't I be the chubby one? Why should I be the one that is looking like Banla? And that same person, someone else, is looking at that person and just admiring how trimmed they look. And the person is just wishing, okay, I wish I'm the one that is this slim. I wish I'm the one that is this lanky. Same goes with skin color. Someone somewhere is wishing they were lighter. Some other person is wishing they were not this white. And that's why they do all sorts. They call it skin tanning. They go under the sun just hoping to get some melanin on the skin. Let the sun just reduce this whiteness of my skin. Now, skit maker Zik Saloma, I'm sure you know him. Yeah, the guy who normally would dress like a woman and he would be singing in very funny ways. So he has put out photos, new photos of himself after his cosmetic surgery. Well, in case you didn't know, he underwent a cosmetic surgery, or should I say some cosmetic surgeries, on his face, basically. He works on his nose and some other parts of his face, just to look better in his eyes or in the eyes of some people. And so he had a caveat when he posted that photo or those photos. He said, anyone who posts his old photos is an enemy. That's it. If you're a friend and you're wishing me a happy birthday and you go bring back those pictures from before, it means you're not my friend. So I have an important question, and the question is, should people have full control over how others see them? That is one question. I said I have one question. Sorry, I have to actually. And the second one is society putting too much pressure on looks? Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. And who is this beholder? Is it the person who is looking at another person, or is it the person who is being looked at that sees himself or herself? That is the beholder. Who is the beholder? All right, that's the conversation we're having right now. So I'd like to hear from you. All right, get online. We're live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. And, well, of course, what is happening? Let me see. Yeah. Okay, 1 o'clock, we'll just shift for the news. That's trending stories. We get to find out what's happening on social media as well. All right. And then afterwards, today's Tuesday. Usually we have the crew. So on Tuesdays, usually there's something that happens. I just want to be very, very sure that I'm having it today. Yeah, it's happening today. Budgets. They're coming up at 1 after the news. And then afterwards, I have the whole day to myself until 2:50. 2 o'clock, the news. And then we have another conversation about how to really know a person. But for now, we're talking about beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Is society putting too much pressure on looks? Yes or no? And why do you think so? Whichever is your answer. 0817 923 0002, 0817 923 0002, and 0817 923 0007, 0817 923 0007. And then, of course, you can also send a message via WhatsApp to 0809 030 6416, 0809 030 6416. That's for your WhatsApp. All right. So I already told you that today is World Obesity Day. So it's happening all over the world. Of course, it is basically about maintaining healthy weight, taking proper treatment, and reversing the trend of obesity, basically. But I'm using that to talk about a more expanded conversation beyond body size, right? Then also with how people view themselves or how people view other people when it comes to physical appearance. All right. Now, on one hand, there are people that, with the way they look, they feel very confident. Now, to some other person, another person might see them and not feel that this person is beautiful, that this person is a good sight to behold. But for them, they're okay. They feel fine. And then there's another person who may appear to look beautiful in the eyes of many people. But to them, they're not beautiful. They can't see what every other person is seeing. They feel that there are things they need to change about their physical look. It could be skin color, it could be the shape of their body, it could be just any part of their body. Comfortable. But everyone else sees them or beholds them and would think, oh, there's a beauty to behold. Do not feel like they are a beauty to behold. So how do you work with that? Someone who doesn't see themselves as beautiful, someone who doesn't see themselves as good looking, but every other person sees them. Every other person sees them as good looking. Is it still within their powers to decide how other people should see them? I mean, if someone says, I'm not beautiful, is it my place to tell the person that they are? Is it my place to convince them that they are? And if someone says, I'm beautiful, and I'm saying, is it my place now to let the person know that you're not beautiful or you're not looking good at all? You need to work on this and that. Beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Who is this beholder? Is it the viewer or is it the viewed? That's the beholder. Victor is calling from Mile 4. Let's hear from you. Welcome aboard, Victor. All right, that happened. Victor, you might want to call back. Thank you very much. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0003. Please, when you call in, remember to stay on the line. Don't be in a hurry to go. We have a call screen now, right? Thank you. And also, we're live on Facebook, so I would like you to get on Facebook and drop your comments. And then the other thing I talked about is the fact that some people frown at people who change their looks through either using chemical products or going under the knife. That's the other word for, saying surgery. It becomes a problem because the person underwent a surgical procedure. Then it's a problem. So for the person who is able to achieve that transformation without undergoing any form of surgery is praised. It's like, yes, that's the way to go. But then, even though we would say, yes, that's the way to go, it's applaudable that, okay, you were able to maybe slim down or maybe lose some weight. Let's not say slim down. Lose some weight by engaging in exercises, dieting. How about a situation where someone has gone through that dieting period and the exercising period? It doesn't last forever, right? You have to continue. And then even those who go through surgery, they still have to fall back to that, because if you're going to keep up with the look, there are things you still have to do. And so there's still the dieting and there's still the exercising. They all work together if you're going to achieve that. And then for someone who perhaps wants to change their skin, okay, maybe not necessarily change their skin color, but make it better. And so they start using some, quote, organic products. They're not using the chemical or highly chemical products. You might begin to applaud them. They're doing the right thing. Hello, Victor. Are you back now?
Hello. Yes, I am.
All right, I'm listening.
Yes, the earlier I want to contribute, you said that it's the society that puts pressure on people when it comes to issue of beauty. Then it's the individual. Because whatever one calls himself or herself, nobody should have contrary opinion.
Really?
Because you should consider your opinion first. Because your opinion about yourself is supreme than every other opinion. So, you should not live your life to please people. Like, you want to look like what people want. You should, what is good for you. Like, we were in a class of, 500 students. Then we were having a topic that was talking about beauty, a philosophy class. And the lecturer made a statement that if you know you are the most beautiful girl in this hall, stand up. We were surprised. The girl we take the most ugly girl in the class stood up, and even the lecturer could not. The lecturer was running around because she did the work, but the girl believed in herself that she is the most beautiful girl in the hall, and he stood up. So whatever the way you see yourself is who you are, not what people say. That is my opinion.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling, Victor. And so I'm also here wondering, because, I said something about when someone feels they're not beautiful, is it my place to also let them know that they are beautiful, even though they feel like they're not beautiful? So while we encourage people to own their look, own their self-image, how about when someone has a negative self-image? And so you are maybe advising the person to not be pressured by society. But now I'm not feeling societal pressure. I'm the one pressuring myself. I know that I'm not good looking. It is my belief. It is my perception. It's the image I have of myself. So what if that image I have of myself is wrong? What if the image I have of myself is not healthy? You know, there are people that indulge in unhealthy lifestyle. And that's because of the image they have of themselves. They feel like, well, I'm already beautiful, so there's nothing that can change it. So I could as well run amok and misbehave as much as I want to. And then there are also those who are of the opinion that, well, I'm already like this. There's nothing that can be done. I'm the way I am. So might as well, everybody will die someday. So let's cuckoo be going until we hit the rock. And that's it. So what if that self-image is a wrong self-image? How do you help the person? And remember, I'm asking if to front over how them, even though I see me as the way you're seeing me. How about the way I want you to see me? Should people have full change the way his face looks? All right, before I continue, hello, Legacy.
Unsightly person that makes them beautiful. So sometimes beauty is less about physical appearance because, life happens. Some persons get battered and torn through the years. They get stressed out. So they are real manifestation of what they can determine or what life has left them to. Okay? And then it could even affect their self-esteem. So you know what? I'm not beautiful. But then you look at this one and you know that this person is actually being affected by a low self-esteem. All his life, he's been told or she's been told you're good for nothing, you're not beautiful. But you see some very sterling elements of this person and you feel, wow, this person has got a lot to offer. It's beautiful. You're either a beautiful soul, or you have a beautiful color, or you have a beautiful smile, or you have a feminine one that is lying to herself or herself, or being the true self. And if it's going to make him harm himself or feel less of himself or herself, I think you can change that. And that's what makes them beautiful. So there are two kinds of beauty, right? There's the self-feeling. I move around with an air of confidence. I am beautiful. I am graced. I am blessed. I am well. I could be anything else, but that's what I feel. It's the image I carry, and that's what I project. And then there's the second one. I'm quiet, and everybody else looks at this man or this woman and says, wow, this lady really looks good. Okay, okay, and the perceived image at the same time is there should be a meeting point. If I say I'm beautiful, I'm beautiful. If I say I am ugly, and then thank you.
All right, thank you very much for calling. Let's see. If people would that appear, the very first here is face that mind first. Okay, what does that person look like? What is their facial feature like? When I look at their face, what do they look like? Right? There are people who have anger, but from that to do. Perhaps I'm an actor today because of my facial attributes. And they have stoic look. And they can do certain kind of jobs. It's a bouncer, Although these days you see bouncers, they're just looking so fine. I'm like, you. And they still have a listing, attracting the attention of a lot of people. They don't like it. They wish they were not looking all this pretty. They were not looking this handsome. Because maybe, just maybe, they wouldn't have to deal with this many people. Because everyone's to be, even though they want to interact them. Even though people applauded them for that gift they had, acting with the body size they had, and they projected a certain image that a lot of people appreciated, a whole lot. But they were not okay with that. Like, I could count them. The lady who was in Pitch Perfect, when I saw her recent pictures, how she had changed, I kind of felt disappointed, as if it was my business that someone who used to be overweight has chosen not to be identified like that. I felt like, why now? Okay, why will you not be acting? That was just me. And then some others in Nigeria as well. We've seen them. Yes, they appear, or they look, they've gotten this body size, this body shape that is generally acceptable in the society. And now it seems like, okay, the person has attained or achieved what they set out to achieve. But are we sure that there's not too much pressure on them to still maintain that look? The other time, one of the, I think one of the, a former Big Brother Niger star, that's what they're called, put up a picture of herself on social media, and she was looking trimmed in different places, like in places where before she wasn't looking trimmed. I remember the initial time she showed up looking all hourglass kind of figure. And there was this praise about, oh, you had cosmetic surgery and all that. And it was looking like, yes, that is the standard. If anybody is going to be termed beautiful, then as a lady, and you don't look like that, and then you're not fine. Some time ago, it was the Kardashian people, the ladies. They became like a standard. Yeah, not a gender.
99 radio station. Nigeria in